Oof. So stream. So I know you guys are wondering why Iron Man, right? Why does Chris want to talk about Iron Man?
A lot, Chris?
To tell you the truth, um, I think Iron Man is the only character I never really like played. I might have fooled around in trainer mode just to see if I can do stuff, but I never really played the character, and the character always did intrigue me. And also, I like the fact that he's so prevalent now, a lot more than he was like way back in the day. Because I like the fact that it shows diversity in the game, and I'm always thinking about putting the game like in some form of mainstream light. And part of helping that happen is to show diversity within the game. People don't want to always see the same characters. I'm talking about people that don't play that would potentially might want to get into it. So it's cool that there's other characters, I think, like Spiral, Strider, Iron Man, other than the quote unquote big four, which we're going to talk about if Cable is still in the big four or not, but we'll get to that later. But it's cool that there's other characters that can compete at a high level and showcase different things in the game. So that's why I want to definitely talk about them, because I do get a lot of people that DM me stuff, and I always say go talk to Joshy60. You know what I mean? Like go speak to him. I'm talking about like people over here that don't really play too much, but they always have a genuine interest in Iron Man. And I can't really speak on Iron Man because I've never played him and played any matchups with him or anything like that. So I'm always like, yo, listen, hit Josh. You know what I mean? He's more than willing to answer any questions. He's very helpful. He's not a dick. You know what I mean? He's not one of those people that's like, you're a scrub, I'm not gonna talk to you. You know what I mean? So I said, all right. So you know what?
He's not a dick. He's not a dick.
Yeah.
Very, very nice guy. Yes, he is.
Thank you.
When it comes to like wanting he'll share some tips with you. Yeah, he's not a dick.
Josh is totally a dick in the game. Totally a dick when he plays. Because
we're trying to get that respect back.
I know. There's a history of playing him and him not letting me play. So that's a dick move. But all's fair, right? All's fair in Marvel too.
Right.
So, I have a lot of curiosity, and I said, let's talk about Iron Man. A character that doesn't get the spotlight too often. And I said, you know what? And no disrespect to anybody that I may be missing or anybody that feels they should be on this call. It's genuinely because I probably just don't know. But I got the 3 best Iron Man players that I know on this call to answer questions from 3 different perspectives. You know what I mean? And you guys all play different teams, so I like for a lot of perspectives to be captured. Now, like I said, I don't know if there's some Iron Man players out there that are really good with him. I'm not saying that these guys are the end all be all. These are just who I know. So once again, I apologize if I missed anybody. So I got some questions for you guys. I actually took the liberty of writing down some questions.
Hold on, just to clear shit up, I think you most definitely got it right. Like these are the guys to talk to when it comes to Iron Man, as far as like relevancy now.
Yeah,
playing the character. I still don't. Like,
that's what I feel.
I'm not as active, as I once was. But if I still pick up the controller, no one's seeing me. So I think they're spot on with that. But go ahead, continue.
Okay, I just didn't want to. I don't want nobody to feel like oh, Chris, you should have had this guy because I already see people in threads saying stuff.
You had it right that they need to know. They need to know. If they didn't know, they need to know.
Continue. Good stuff. And also, like not for nothing, but like I've actually played against all 3 of you guys, so that's another reason why I chose you 3 on here. You know what I mean? So, what's up, Red Fox?
I mean, respectfully, I don't think that there's much you could
like hear or learn outside of what us three have to say, because I'm pretty sure that everyone in here, like, we've been through it all.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna hear what you need to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no disrespect to anybody else, but in terms of like knowledge, it's all here. It's like every other people have it too, but we're like.
I mean, realistically, knowledge, like, Josh is a fucking encyclopedia when it comes to this stuff. So, like, when it comes to, like, book stuff, oh, God, give it to that guy.
Right.
I feel like I just...
Right.
I know what to do in certain situations sometimes. So, like, I'm a good, like... I've always seen myself more of a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is definitely, like, book smart when it comes to this shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he can tell you frame data more than, you know, I could tell you. I'm usually going off of, like, that's probably, like, 4 or 5 frames. And he's like, no, it's 3.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a perfect example right there.
Yeah, and that's great too, because you know you have your, you know, this different types of players. You know what I mean? You have your players that play by field, players that play by number. You know, there's no right or wrong way. Just whoever does whatever they do better. You know what I mean? So it's good to have those perspectives, and you know, it's. One thing about this game, like anything competing, is like, you know, you see more from the bleachers than you do actually on the field. You know what I mean? So when you're watching, you're like, oh, you should have did this, you should have did this here, you know. But when you're actually on a game, you know, it's different. You're not seeing things so clearly. And I'm sure you all experienced that when you rewatch any of your matches that didn't go the way you wanted them to go. You know what I mean? You're probably like, damn, why did I do that? What was I thinking right there? Like, I should have, you know what I mean? So that's just how the game goes. And you guys have like the most experience and the most field knowledge, in my opinion, and it reflects with your success. There's other people with a lot of experience, but I don't see them have the same success rate. So this is another reason why I chose you guys. Can you hear these guys okay? Let me know. Math, give me a mic check, Math.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. This is Thriller. Okay, motherfucker.
Yeah, Ken, you were pretty low today. You were pretty low. I think you just need to raise your settings. That's all. That's it. But all right, so let's get into this, right? All right, so we're gonna get the corny question out the way first, right? So I'm gonna start with Thriller. Yeah, we're gonna start with you, Math.
Okay.
What made you play Iron Man?
I was at Golfland, SGHO, whatever you call
Southern
it.
Hills Golfland. Now, where's that exactly?
I believe that I was a little kid, but when I was little, I did not know where the fuck it was, but I believe it was Westminster or something like that.
Okay.
Southern Hills Golfland, yeah. What was that? Anyways, but yeah, I got started. I was watching my big bros play Marvel when we switched from Marvel 1 to Marvel 2,
Mm-hmm.
and that came out. A little later on, saw people playing Iron Man, and I know I saw Julius Jackson there.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother was like,
you're right on time, Bill.
Watch what he does. And then he had the Infinite. I was like, oh shit. And then later on, they released it on Dreamcast, and I'd been practicing on there. And then fucking, I literally stuck with Iron Man, War Machine, and Cable just because of their fucking Infinite and cheapness. That was it.
So that's good. That's good shit. Julius Jackson was the inspiration.
Yeah. And then I'm not gonna lie, I watched freaking all of any of Josh 360's videos back then when he uploaded that 1080 video, the hands video.
Oh yeah.
Hot shit. Killer Kelly, you know, Iron and Lon, like all those combo videos like really helped me like figure out what type of shit I need to do with Iron Man. But the person who solidified my technique was Dorian at Regency, because he did like the perfect Iron Man setup for me for what I thought was the perfect Iron Man Infinite setup. But yeah, that's how I got started.
That's what's up. I like that. All right, Josh, what made you play Iron Man?
Many people may not know this, but I was an MSP player.
Oh! Wait! You were on the dark side, and you came to the light.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna say it now. You can't sit with us.
Hear me out, though. Hear me out.
Wet pants twice in the same week. You can't sit with us.
Hear me out.
I'm sorry.
So like, I was playing the game and I saw that like people were playing Sentinel, and I'm like, damn, that character is like dope. But like, I really like Magneto. Like the combo when I started playing Magneto was like launcher, fierce, air dash, down, short, launcher, 1, 2, 3, 4, hypergrab, tempest. That was the combo. Right? Like nobody was doing wrong.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's so fucking cool. So I like doing that in DHing to Storm, but I couldn't do that with Iron Man, right? I didn't really care for Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one day I went to Chinatown Fair, and
that's in NYC, by the way, if anybody doesn't know.
Yeah, I saw Desmond playing George.
Alphonsus.
And they were both using Iron Man, and George lost to Desmond's combo feed. And I don't know why Desmond was playing combo feed, but he was.
Desmond?
Yeah, Desmond. I tell Desmond this too, and he doesn't even remember this, but I remember watching Desmond play combo feed. And I think somebody may have left the game with those characters or some shit.
That makes sense. Okay.
I saw that happen, and then I saw Omar Briggs playing Iron Man.
Oh, yeah.
And Omar was the first person I saw take a game off of Justin Wong in person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he won by time over.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, like, this character's pretty cool. So I was like, like, it's still not kind of my style. But I went online, and there was, like, this video of, like, an Iron Man player in the West Coast. Named fucking Julius Jackson.
Damn. let me find out Julius is the Iron Man Messiah right now. Go ahead, man. I was thinking y'all was gonna say combo fiend to tell the truth, but go ahead.
I know.
I think Julius is the primordial ooze. I think that man is the fucking. Yeah, he's the blueprint, right? Because I remember watching a video, and like people were like in the video, and I wish I could remember the name of the video. But he does like a launcher, and then he starts doing like an air reset, and people are like, what was that? Like,
he did it with War Machine, right? He did it with War Machine, like where he did the reset, the air reset. I love watching that video.
Yeah, so like he did that, and people were like, yo, what was that? And I was like, yo, what was that? And from that point on, I was like, yo, I'm gonna play this character.
What was that?
Yeah. Yeah, that really intrigued me, but for me, it like that hit me right in the robot, bro. Like I know it's a suit of armor, but like, that's what I wanted to play. So like from that point on, I played Iron Man.
Oh, that is 2 for Julius Jackson right now. Wow,
Good stuff.
Hell yeah, I respect that. All right, World, what made you play Iron Man?
Respect my man, okay? Respect my guy. If you know, you know, bro. Killer Cali, bro. Killer motherfucking Cali. If you know, you know. Like, I don't know. Maybe I came in way too late, but like, I've heard of Julius Jackson, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, like I love his videos, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it real. I don't know. I'm sure I've seen some of his stuff. I'm not taking anything away from him, but Killer Kelly was the guy who I don't want to say he inspired me because I think when I first
Chris?
I seen one of the local guys here from Bakersfield, from my hometown. He played Team Milan. And he used to just go to the arcade, and I was a local arcade rat. He used to be there all the time.
Tell the people what Team Milan is, just in case they don't know.
Oh, Team Milan is the team that I play. So Iron Man, Cable, Doom. Well, my main team anyway. So Iron Man, Cable, Doom. Now I know I've been playing it for a long time. I've done a lot with it. I still call it Team Milan because, well, respectfully, it's his. It's his. It's not my team. Like, I've made it better. Don't get me wrong. So you can call it, like World 2.0, whatever. But like, respectfully, that's his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the whole Santhrax thing. Like, yeah, you can have people who come in and they're nice with it, but that's his team. But yeah, just going back to that, one of the guys here in Bakersfield, I used to just see him. He used to just like come to the arcade on his break and just be doing the Iron Man Infinite, bro, just like walking it on the computer, and I just thought that was the coolest shit. Started like I asked them, and I pretty much did some research, found out about Iron Alon, started watching the videos, and yeah, I was hooked. I was hooked. I seen just how cheap Iron Man could be. Like I never looked into War Machine. I just seen like Iron Man, and I feel like I had an epiphany just like at like just from jump, because I seen how good the character can be and how like nobody was taking advantage of it. Like you had guys like Killer Kelly and Alon who were like, they were nice and they were doing nice stuff, but like they wanted to be flashy. They ultimately tried to make Magneto they try to make Iron Man like Magneto, and it's just, well, he's not that character.
Right.
So like I feel like starting off, I started adapting some of their play styles and shit like that, but ultimately came to my own and just I wanted to be cheap. Like I've seen Iron Man be cheap, but like I want to be cheap. Like I know people say like, oh, J360 is good. He doesn't let me like play. He doesn't let me walk. But like when you really look down to it, like how many matches out of like if we played a first to 10, how many matches did it take like that you actually didn't get to play, like you actually didn't get to touch? Probably like maybe one of those matches out of like 20. I wanted to like be way more consistent with that. I wanted to. You literally didn't get to fucking play. If I touched you, go get a drink.
Right.
Because dead ass, like I'm not resetting you. This isn't for play. Like I'm not resetting. You're not gonna play. Like I literally want you to know that Iron Man is cheap, and you're not gonna play. And like that just it went from there. Oh God, it went from there.
To be fair, I do get that Killer Kelly by the time. So I remember when Killer Kelly released that video because him and I were talking about shit before he put the video out. And by that time, like at that time, there wasn't really anything like that whatsoever. Like everything before that was like those old fucking Julius Jackson videos, like I said. So like if I would have started playing around the same time as you, Darryl, it would have been Killer Kelly for me too.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good shit.
100%.
So real quick, right? So, you guys first fell in love with Iron Man. Like, was War Machine never like in the eye? You know what I mean? Like, how did he get overlooked? Or did any of you start with like War Machine and say, nah, he's not that good. Iron Man's better.
Anybody?
Josh, Matt, you guys want to take that? You guys are War Machine players, so I don't want to.
I actually just completely blanked out when you asked
Okay.
that question.
Okay.
So what did you say? So sorry.
So he asked about, why did you over or
How
why did you look over War Machine?
why did War Machine get overlooked?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's slow. That's just plain and simple. Plain and simple, he's slow. Like if you just layman terms, like I'm not gonna say like, oh, his normals suck. Like his normal jump takes too long. Like he's heavy. His dash doesn't move. Like no, he's just slow.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Yeah, it's very true. And I mean, I guess since I play War Machine on my team, like always 100%. I mean, I guess I can say that I keep him on just because of his assist is really freaking awesome. Like to me,
that's good. That's good.
It holds you there, like the reason why I pick him over Doom or like whoever else that
you're lazy. You lazy fuck.
I am lazy, but at the
you
same
want the
time,
easy. You want the easy conversion.
Yes. You want
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
Let all these MSP players run into War Machine. Yes, let my life be easier,
Yeah.
Notice it comes down to MSP players.
Yeah, MSP players hate it. And any aggressive player like that runs into War Machine. I keep him as an assist, but at the same time, you can't really count War Machine out because he has the same mix-up potential as Iron Man, if you're not familiar with like his normals and all these special moves and shit. But
yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
But he's just slow.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean I played the character a lot in the beginning. And I kind of like just because I was actually like I really liked War Machine. I saw Julius playing both of them, so I was like, oh, let's try both these fucking characters. It was just not what I really like. I didn't really care for it because like I remember I didn't even like him in Marvel 1. Right? Because he just felt like fucking weird. But Like after like when you pick up Iron Man after playing War Machine, it just feels right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the moves are fast, like everything, it's easier to combo. Like he just has consistency. And War Machine just felt like a fuck. Like it felt like you're lagging when you're pressing buttons, like trying to get a hit, and then everything just speeds up and you get the hit, and now you got to react. Like
War Machine's just like that old busted up ass Honda, just ready to give out, bro. Like it's just on its last leg. You gotta trade that motherfucker in. Trade his old busted ass in. I want new hotness.
He's good. He's good versus Sentinel. I like him versus Sentinel.
Okay.
But, like that's about it.
All right.
Yeah, like he's I don't want to say better against like bigger characters, but you know, it's just easier because he just does he have a little bit more hit stun? It feels like his hard punch might have a little bit more hit stun. But also, you know, he falls faster, so he can get like, you know, some falling infinites on bigger characters where Iron Man has to do a little bit more.
Okay.
He has to fall, do like jab, hard punch, dash forward, jab, hard punch to like, you know, just correct it a little bit.
Got you.
Yeah, he just has quicker recovery. It's longer startup, quicker recovery.
Goddamn lizard.
So I mean, I guess the fact that he has two supers instead of one really doesn't give him any.
No, his air super sucks. His air proton, whatever you want to call it. What's the correct name?
War Destroyer.
You know, get it right. It's called the War Destroyer.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's why I asked. That's why I asked.
No, but War Machine, actually, his double super works out to his advantage because, like, the way I play it is like I just do shoulder cannons really quick, and if I play the hit confirm off of that, so if somebody gets hit, I'm DHing to Iron Man.
So my only problem with that is you don't do it consistently. I've never seen you do it consistently, so that's my only problem with it. Can it be done consistently?
Oh, you're talking. Well, I think you're both talking about two different things. He's talking about the confirm off of DHC, and you may be talking actually comboing into a super.
Yeah, not that. So, no, I'm not talking about comboing into super. I'm talking about just shoulder cannons, like, you know, sniping them, you know, just like from far range.
Oh yeah. Okay, good stuff.
I think if Iron Man had War Destroyer, he'd be like even better. And the only reason I say that is because War Destroyer is actually very good against Storm. It's very good against Storm.
Okay.
Sure, people can like dash past it, like you could do all types of dumb shit to it, but it does prevent her from going to the top of the screen when he's grounded, because he can have a DHC. Like if he has like Storm behind him to like DHC, like it's bad. Like War Machine Storm as a duo is pretty good as well, but there's not many assists that can help War Machine other than like Doom.
Yeah.
Like, because he's so slow.
Yeah, it's so slow. Like Doom buffed him like he's a low tier because he is.
Okay. You know? All right, good stuff. So, maybe the answer to this question is obvious. Maybe it's not. But, Math, what is your favorite Iron Man team?
You know, I like my team. I like World's team or Elon's team.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to choose, I actually really like today. I just started playing Mitsu's team, and I really like that team a lot over my team even.
Okay.
Yeah,
right? It doesn't have the same conversion potential. Like I think I've maxed out my potential with the team I play, but like Team Mitsu is really good with.
Does that? Sorry for cutting you off. Does that team have an inescapable guard break?
I don't think so.
Trash. Stop playing that team. Stop playing that team.
What?
With what assist? Lightning attack assist? But you can only do it with storm assist, correct? Because cables can't help you at all.
No, you could do typhoon assist.
But you can still get
it timing though.
But you can only do it with one character. That's with Storm as an assist as your helper, because obviously you can't use cable, correct?
Correct. Yeah, like on Combo Fiend, I could do it with Magneto and Doom.
Yeah, I know. That's why that team is. That's one of the many things that makes that team so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they both hurt. Jesus, they both hurt.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, what's your favorite Iron Man team?
Okay, hold on. Sorry, before Josh answers, are we talking like just a team with Iron Man on it, or are we talking like Iron Man front and center?
Just any team with Iron Man on it.
Okay.
I'm kind of torn, actually.
Don't say no shit with Thanos. Don't say no shit with Thanos.
What happened?
I said don't say no shit with Thanos.
No, bro. And I'm not gonna say no shit with Geef either, all right? But I'm just like, I will say like I'm kind of torn because I I'm known for Combo Fiend. I think Combo Fiend for me is the team that I'm most expressive with. I can do anything and everything with every character, every order. It's like my favorite
Yeah,
in the sense
roundabout
of
team,
like
man.
It's
success,
fire.
right? Like,
It's done.
but
Yes, please
I
put it in like a bowl.
I think that
Sorry.
to me,
In a bowl. Yeah, put it like right, and then chicken on top.
my favorite team right now
Pitch
is probably Mitsu.
Okay.
See,
up.
Favorite Iron Man team is Mitsu. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All
I
right.
like all three characters a lot.
Nice.
All right. World. What's your favorite Iron Man team?
So my favorite Iron Man team, and
roundhouse.
if I no, that's a terrible team. I think that's a terrible team, but a lot of people see it the other differently. I don't think it's a good team, but moving on. I used to think Team Milan was the best. I liked that it was really fun. I feel like it was built around Iron Man playing first. Like it was built on Iron Man being a point character, and that's how I played it.
Right.
I literally played it like I'm actually trying to use Iron Man. I'm not trying to get a random tag and then just walk you into Infinite. I'm not trying to do, like a little ROM tag out, smack you into drones, tag into Infinite. And like not throwing shade to Josh, that's a sick ass combo, but like I'm actually trying to play with Iron Man and like get the hit.
Got you.
So like I built it around that. But more recently, I guess over the last couple of years, like I don't know if anyone's really noticed, like I started playing a different team. I picked up Sentinel. So I play Sentinel, Iron Man, Doom.
Yeah.
So I played Sentinel, Iron Man, Doom, and I always knew if I played Sentinel, like I don't want to say like, oh, I'm gonna be a problem, but like I always knew if I played Sentinel, I could play him pretty well. Like I always had that confidence in the back of my head that like I can do what Neo's doing, I can do what Desmond is doing. Like I don't think they're doing anything like impossible that I couldn't. I definitely saw myself doing that, but I really wanted to just put my all into Iron Man.
Okay.
So I didn't go that Sentinel route until like I really feel like I tapped out with my potential with Team Elan. Like I found myself winning the majority of the time I was playing, and it got really boring. So I was like, well, let me try something new. Let me just change it up to where like I kind of want to see what it feels like to lose again.
Yeah.
I feel like we all have come to that. So I switched up, started playing Sentinel, and even though it's Sentinel on point, I feel like I really like that team, bro. Like Sentinel, Iron Man, Doom is really, really nasty. It's almost just as good as Team Milan because everyone's always asking me, like, why do you play Cable? Why don't you switch it out for Sentinel? And I switched it out, and I feel like on that team, Sentinel was better off on point, and it works out. Sometimes I find it harder to go back to Team Milan and wanting to play that team now because I'm just like, Cable's really easy. Like I want to work for my win.
Yeah.
I want to use Sentinel. Like I want to do a little bit more.
Okay.
Even the idea of you playing Sentinel is hilarious, and I've played you with that team for a while. I love watching you play that team. It's just funny. I'm like, fucking Daryl playing Sentinel, dude. This is so stupid.
It's funny, bro, because like I do really, really stupid shit to piss people off, but it's not to like I'm not just throwing out like 7 random rocket punches. Like I actually calculated those 7 rocket punches. Like I knew in my head, like this motherfucker keeps dashing in after I do a rocket punch, so I'm just gonna keep doing it until he corrects his mistake. And you never correct it, so I'm just like, well, all right, here we go.
But like, it's also like what you said. Like, I think the main reason I really enjoy Mitsu is because I get to just play Iron Man the whole way.
Yeah,
like, I'm sorry, but like that's actually the reason why that's like my favorite team right now.
Okay.
Yeah. The mix of
Combo
potential on that is amazing. I played it today like for a good 2 hours straight, and I really like the way Iron Man can move about with Typhoon as a backup and just trying to mix you up with anything, like just it's pretty fun. You can be oppressive with it.
Okay. So now, how good is Iron Man? Meaning, is he a very good character? Is he maybe just a high mid character and people really don't know how to fight him that well? Like when you're playing him, do you feel like you have a good character in your hands? Or sometimes do you feel despair, sometimes he's not that good? Or do you feel like sometimes you're getting away with stuff that people don't know how to deal with? Or do you feel like the character can be completely shut down? So like, tell me, how good is this character actually? Get math.
Shit. I mean, I guess out of all of us, yeah, like I don't fear anybody when I play Iron Man. Really,
Okay.
it's just all about if you're gonna let me catch you, that's your fault. Like Storm is like my only worst like player to play against just because of she just runs away.
Right.
Sent too, but like Sentinel, I can work around getting closer and getting in and getting the touch, and bringing him back down. But other than that, like Iron Man's the shit for me. I think that with the way I play my team, like the way I can convert off of any hit, that's what makes him scary. And I think that makes it very scary for other people to recognize that. When people recognize that you as a player have an actual one-touch kill, like let's say, not to throw shade, but like me, like my Iron Man versus Roundhouse's Iron Man, right? Like he doesn't have a true one-touch kill. He plays Iron Man. He knows how to do Iron Man.
Throw shade.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like when you
Yeah,
play
I
versus
get
his
you.
Iron Man alone, standalone, you're not scared of that shit, right? When you play my Iron Man, you're going, "Oh shit, I can't let him touch me." You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the
Yes,
difference.
yes, absolutely. You got to put the fear in them.
Yeah. And that's what makes, people play different. It was when they fear you and, it forces them to change their game plan. So that's another, topic where, when people.
Oh yeah, I got a question like that later on. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, moving on, Josh or World.
Go ahead, Josh. How good is Iron Man?
Every time I have Iron Man in my hands, I feel like it's unfair. I'm just gonna say that. Like you could see me struggle, like when I'm playing, when I'm like whatever. I've played on quite a
Chris.
shitty
Well
setup over the
said.
past few.
Well said.
Like
Yes.
I feel like I've been playing like on like a pretty shitty stick for a while, but like just recently I fixed it, so now it looks like I've been playing for years again, and
Yeah.
it feels unfair because like I play the character and sure, if I lose the first character and then I have like Iron Man sent, yeah, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage because I have to fight a full team with like two characters. That's just how the entire game feels, no matter what team you play, right? But at no point in time do I feel like the match is over, and I feel like I always have a win condition.
Yeah.
I feel like my win condition is simply get a combo. Like that's my win condition. You know what I mean? Like other people's win conditions, they got to think about shit. They're like, I'm gonna knock him down and I'm gonna do this cross up, but if he blocks that, I gotta fucking go back and snap this character. Nah, I got the hit. I'm DHCing the Sentinel. I'm DHCing back to Proton,
Yeah.
and you're dead, boy.
Bro, may I interject, Josh? May I just interject?
Yeah.
Like, how many times have you seen Pixel Iron Man come back on a fully loaded team? Only
Many
he
times.
can do that.
It's the best feeling in the world too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I did that today, and it felt great.
yeah, it feels unfair because it's just like we're not playing the same game. We don't look at the game the same way that other like players do because we get the hit and I win. Like I can
Oh my god!
let me just like you'll fucking like the only way you're gonna win is if I fucking lose this. Like if
Bro, I don't
fucking
think people understand. Like, I know it looks lame. I know it looks super easy, and I hate how MSP players, because like I've been hearing this for years. MSP players are like, "Oh, it's so easy. Anybody can do this infinite." Hoop, 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 huh. And then they lose a money match to me. Then they lose in tournament to me. Then they die. I don't care how easy it looks, but like when we're doing a 300% on like a character, I have to push, a certain sequence of buttons. I have to push, like 600 fucking buttons in a row without missing. If you don't think that's impressive, well, I'm sorry. I think that's impressive, and that's why I just 300%ed your ass.
What a dick.
Yeah, that does sound very dickish. I won't lie.
You can't be a good Iron Man player and be nice, bro. It doesn't work that way. Iron Man in the comics, Tony Stark is a dick.
Yep.
It comes with the suits, bro.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a confession to make. When I'm killing people with Iron Man like so hard, I kind of like play the game to lose on fucking purpose because I feel so bad for some people. Like, I give them a chance, like mercy.
No,
It'd be me.
I know what you mean.
The pity party.
No, when it comes, listen. When it comes to casuals, Like sometimes I'm just like, I hope I drop this so that I can just fucking win some other way, right? But
Yeah.
like when it comes to money matches, I am not apologizing.
Of
about
course
that
not. Of
whatsoever.
course not. Yeah, it's straight
When it comes to
Cobra Kai.
tournament, yeah, that's right. Tournament, I think it was something like 10 years. I wasn't outside of top 3 in any fucking tournament I ever joined because it was just me constantly just touching people and killing everyone. I did that to fucking Justin. I did that to Sanford. I did it to everybody.
And that's
So,
how
like,
it should be. That's how it
yeah.
should be. Because Josh, when you were doing that, that's when you got the respect. But like the second that you stopped doing the one touch kill and you were being more flashy and you dropped the game and you lost 2-1 because you try to do something smooth, you kind of lose the respect. And like I picked up on that and I hated that. So I'm just like, nah, bro. Like you're gonna give me the respect I deserve. And if it takes me literally beating you 10-0 and not letting you play, well then I guess I have to do that. If that's what I have to do to get your respect and make you realize that this character is super nice, which well you're gonna get to me and I'm gonna tell you what I think about the character, but that's what I gotta do, you know?
Yeah.
Get it, World. Get it.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, go ahead, World. Is Iron Man good? Excuse me. How good is Iron Man? How good is
Iron Man is nice, really nice, and I feel like people just don't see it that way because they lack the confidence in playing him because they've seen Iron Man and they're like, well, he's not as fast as Storm and Magneto. He can't move as fast in the air as Sentinel, so like he can't be nice, he can't be good. And to me, that was crazy because I'm just like, well, yeah, he's like a little bit slower than them, but like he literally has a one-touch kill. Magneto can't kill you in the air if he touches you.
Right.
Storm can't kill you in the air with no meters anyway, without DHing, without touching you. Nobody can do this.
Correct.
I feel like people just seen, like they seen the potential, they seen how good he was, but they're like, I literally got to go get a fucking master's in execution in order to be good with this character. Nah, I'm not doing that. Not worth it.
Right.
I seen the potential and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it because like I seen those videos of Killer Kelly and like they only got like 100% on one character and they messed up the guard break, but and like that was always my thing. I'm just like, God, bro, like if only they got that guard break and just kept it going. Like, bro, you got to get consistent with this. You need to come up with inescapable stuff. Like, are you playing just to look nice or are you playing to win? Like, what is your reasoning behind this? But I'm getting a little off topic. But yes, Iron Man is really nice, very nice, totally underrated. I feel like if people wanted to put in the work, they would realize how good he is. But he is very nice. Easily, I've always said this: Iron Man is God tier.
Yeah,
right.
I feel like he belongs in there. I don't think he's better than like Magneto, Storm, or Sentinel 1-on-1 because they can all hold their own. But I feel like they might be a little bit better. But he's definitely better than Cable.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Hold on. We are going to get to that.
To anybody.
We are going to get to that sooner than you think. Two things I want to say. Funny what you just said, World. When you're watching other people and like, damn, if he would have just got this guard break, I felt the same way in general with Josh when I used to watch Josh play in the past, and he got to a point where he was ready to quit Iron Man. And I'm like, I've been watching you for like the past year and you're getting hits. They're just not turning into anything. You're just not finishing. I'm like, if these hits that you're getting with this character start turning into kills, your whole world's going to be different. So I said, no, don't quit Iron Man. Just
guys, that was such a fucking vital moment.
Yeah.
It was literally a specific moment. It was a few minutes long. And I was playing a money match, right? And this was at NEC, like just for context for everyone, so you know this story. For a while, Nelson, my trading partner, Remix is Toxic, may rest in peace, my friend.
Rest in peace.
We played a lot, and like he's the one who encouraged me to play Iron Man, right? But he was like a MSP, MSS player. So like at one point, I was playing this money match against this guy Cattles from Boston, and he was up 9-6. And he was like, yo, switch to MSS. So like Nelson said that. So I said, okay. I switched to MSS, like kind of just like as a dire fucking move. And I got a perfect. And then I came back 3 games and I won the whole thing, right? With MSS. And it felt way easier. And he was like, yo, you see, like you had a good team, like you less pressure, this and that. Like he didn't know how to handle it. And you're just being held back by Iron Man, bro. Like you could be so much better if you just played like MSS. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So then he was like, that's why you have to quit. Chris was on his way out of the venue. He was walking with someone else. He wasn't even looking at us. But he heard that.
And he just looked right at us. He goes, no, Josh, you can't do that. You can't do that. I was like, wait, what? He goes, you're getting the hit. You're just not finishing. And then Nelson was like, yo, but he could play a better character. He goes, no, but you don't understand. Josh, I don't know how you do it, but you get the hit. So stay with the character. You just gotta fucking finish. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, all right. Like literally, like if you wouldn't have walked by in those 30 seconds, I would have probably quit the character at that point.
Yeah.
Which
Back
is
to
hilarious.
FSP, Josh.
But question, really quick.
Okay.
On that same topic, like, what was it that would like? Why were you dropping it? Was it just lack of execution? Were you nervous? Like, what was it? Why were you dropping?
It was a mixture of those.
Yeah,
things,
probably.
right?
I would say the mixture. That was like in his early days, you know. So I do think it was a mixture. Like he probably just didn't have that breakthrough confidence yet. So you know, probably when he got there, he was jittery, like, oh, am I gonna drop? You know, that's how it is.
Yeah, because like the people that I played, right? Like it was constantly like I would play against Yipes, I would play against Sanford, and I just felt completely inadequate in the game, right? So I'm like, fuck, like the moment they killed my character, my neutral was ass. It was nowhere near there, so I didn't know how to get the hit, and it just felt lost. So like I just constantly kept playing people who were way better than me, who had been playing the game for much longer, and it just didn't feel like I was going anywhere with that, right? So then I started using reference. I'm like, well, Brandon is fucking yopping everybody out with MSS, then I should be able to do that too. So like I wanted to do that, but then I think it was like 2008. It's just when I went to the West Coast and I played at Evo in Las Vegas, and I played people other than the people who I had played the whole time. I gained a huge confidence boost because I realized that I was better than I thought I was. So like that's really what like that short period of time where I was playing Iron Man. I just needed more experience. I needed to play people from the outside more to like really get it. But it was my lack of execution and like my tournament nerves at that point. It had to have been both of those, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the other thing I was gonna say before I go on to the next question, I'm gonna put this disclaimer here respectfully. All right. And I've told Josh this several times. When I watch Marvel, like, you know, like just from the outside, but I'm even if I have nothing vested, I'm not involved, you know. And you know, I see, you know, I like to see like good matches, you know. I don't want to see like someone play and like a catastrophe happen and that's the reason they lost a match, like something like, oh, they got a bubble super or a ground hyper, you know. Like I don't want to see those type of matches in general, right? So I'll generally feel some type of way, but respectfully, because of what you guys do when you guys are playing efficiently with Iron Man.
Watch another Iron Man player. I can't. I'm sorry.
I just want to say respectfully, I have zero sympathy for you guys if anything bad happens to you. All right. Zero. Zero casuals, money matches. If you get a missed input and you die for it, I have zero sympathy.
You're saying that you hope I alpha counter my
No, I don't hope. I don't hope. I want good matches, but if it happens, I'm looking the other way. Like, oh well.
You don't hope you wish. I wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah, we wish.
We don't live off of the hope creed.
Yo, Thriller.
Off of the wish creed.
Yo, you have me dying with the other guys, bro. Oh my gosh, I love that movie so much, man.
About A-Rod.
He's a biracial angel.
He's a biracial angel.
Oh gosh. Okay. Now, like I said, I am gonna get to this question right now. Math.
Yeah.
Is Iron Man better than Cable?
Oh God.
I'm not gonna be like World and just fucking confidently just like start
It's an
shouting.
easy question. It's an easy question. Brain dead, you don't have to fucking think about it. Are you kidding me right now?
Hey, I said
No.
not a dad nutter, right? Not a dad nutter.
Not a nail. Not a.
Yo,
answer the
Daryl,
question.
you could be the cherry on top,
man.
You could be the fucking cherry on top, Daryl. Just
Answer the damn question.
Oh, answer
I'm
it.
gonna mute myself. I'm so sorry.
Yes. Iron Man is better than Cable. My honest opinion.
Okay. Okay, so with that being said, so the to you the big four, no order, is Mag, Storm, Sentinel, and Iron Man. No order, like I said.
Wait. Say that again.
The big four in the game:
Yeah.
Mag, Storm, Sentinel, Iron Man. No order. I'm just saying they are the four best characters in the game.
Yeah.
All right, that's that. I respect that. That's good shit. I don't know yet because I just see strengths and weaknesses from both characters, so it's not for me. But you guys played the character, so you know.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I call it not in the big four. I mean, I call it the big five now because Iron Man has been inducted into the Hall of Gods. You know, he can kill anybody, you know? Like,
right.
If I have Pixel Iron Man left, it's like survival of the fittest, right? Like, I'm playing to the very last pixel, just know that. And if I catch you, kind of like how Josh said earlier and World said, you're not going to play, man. Like, this shit is...
I respect
and it makes
that.
I'll beat you into, you know, when you submit. You know what I mean?
I respect that. I respect that a lot. Good shit. All right, Josh, is Iron Man better than Cable?
Here we go.
Josh 360?
I'm not gonna take it. Let's see. Let me answer, bro.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, we are 2 for 2.
Yeah, no, he's definitely better than Cable. Like, and it's just because for a long time people had a skewed fucking, like, they had such a warped idea of what the top 10 were. You remember it was like fucking Cyclops and Spiral. Cyclops was the 5th best.
Cyclops was 5th.
Goodness gracious.
Cyclops was 5th for a long time. He was.
I remember getting into heated debates on SRK with people where I'm just like, are you like with Mix Up too? And Mix Up always brings this up. Like, he was like, yo, Cyclops is definitely better than Iron Man because of this, and that. I'm like, are you fucking insane? You can get a hit anywhere on screen and you lose the entire game. That how is anything better than that?
Yeah.
Like,
this is all facts.
But it's also because at the time people didn't see consistent air to grounds or anything like that, so they were just like, whatever, he's doing an air combo. It's like, yeah, this air combo goes to the ground and you die.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So yeah, like it's different. Like Cable is, he just has one coveted heavily advantaged matchup, and that's Sentinel, right?
Yeah.
But like against other characters in the cast, he's really not the best. Like Dalsim could run around and lame him out and fuck him up, like, and it doesn't take much, right? Like, but like Cable can shut down like characters by like doing hypers and shit, but for the most part, it's like he just doesn't have the same scary factor that Iron Man does if he's not, if he doesn't have his whole thing going. Iron Man, it just feels like nothing's happening, and then you get hit and you lose the entire game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it feels like it doesn't feel like you're trying to get around any sort of obstacle versus Iron Man, but you lose anyway. And with Cable, it feels like you get through the labyrinth and you win because you get Cable, right? Like, it doesn't feel that way against Iron Man.
Right.
So like, for me, yes, Iron Man is definitively better than Cable.
Okay. Good stuff. Okay. World, is Iron Man better than Cable?
What the fuck does he got that Iron Man don't got?
I mean,
what does he got?
He can kill you full screen away.
He could do a lot of supers if he got the meter.
And he can kill an assist.
So I don't call my assist. What do you do to me? What do you do? What does Cable do to me? I have that option. I can call him. I cannot call him. What do you do to me now? So I feel like I feel like when this question arises, it's because, you know, you have maybe like 10 people out there in the Marvel community of like, let's say 2,000 who actually play Iron Man and maybe know Iron Man matchups versus Cable. And everybody else is just like, oh, Cable just up back, call an assist, and, you know, super, you're dead, right? It's that simple. But like I said, to the 10 people who actually play Iron Man, and we actually realize how easy the matchup is, like, yeah, you're up back and call an assist, so I'm just going to, you know, jump forward and not call my assist. That's the way I see it. It's very easy. I see Marvel like chess. If you do something, there's always a counter to something you can do. And Cable doesn't have very many things that he can do to Iron Man that I can't counter. Just plainly put. He doesn't have enough tools to fight me.
Well, we're not talking about just like versus each other. We're talking about versus the cast too, just
Yeah,
overall
sure.
as a character.
Yeah. So again, I say that confidently. I've never played a. I'll tell you this: I've never played a Cable player that I felt like, man, I can't beat this guy.
Okay.
I've never played a Cable player, and this is no disrespect to any Cable player, because like I've played Sanford, and like I know Sanford is like rusty, and then he'll come back. So like, I've never played like top, Sanford. I've never played like Sanford at high level, but like I've played him when he's come back, and obviously I've never been 100% at DC. But again, like I've played Sanford when I've seen him just shitting on people, and I've caught him. I've touched him. I've gotten around him. I've played Ivan and Duck. Excuse me. I played everybody. I probably don't have too much experience against Potter because he's recently came back in the game, but I played everybody. And again, I'll still stand by what I said. I've never played a Cable that I felt like I cannot touch this guy.
Canfinite, thank you for the raid. Okay. All right. Fair stuff. Wow, 3 for 3. I haven't heard. Wow. An Iron Man player has not conceded to Cable yet.
Well, come on, Chris. You're talking to 3 of the best Iron Man players out there, bro. Like, we're not scared.
That's true. And two of you actually have Cable on your part of your main team.
Yes.
Okay.
We have him too. Just remember that.
Yeah.
We have him too.
Yeah, so like that I mean, obviously that's usually one reason why, it's another like backup reason why I'm not afraid of Cable, because it's like, well, I got him too, like you have him on point and you're burning your meters. Well, I have him as a backup, as a alpha counter in. So burn all your resources and then let me come in and let's see who has the better Cable.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Duck is funny. Duck, you're using Spiral first. You don't put Cable first, but I know you've played Cable first and you're amazing with it. Not gonna say Duck is not a grandmaster. Shit.
Duck said our Cables don't use Iron Man. All right. So
because you have experience with Iron Man.
All right. So next question, and I'm actually curious about this. So Math, do you feel at this current time Iron Man is fully optimized, or do you still see more potential with the character?
It's crazy. Recently, I've been seeing some old / new setups with Iron Man that still surprise me to this day. That I'm like, I should try that.
Sorry, let me just interject for 1 second. Sorry, even if it's when I say fully optimized, even if it's things that you guys know the character can do, but you haven't yet mastered it yet.
I'm gonna say, I would say, yeah, he's reached his max optimization when it comes to like reflies and grabbing and mix ups and super jump install or just frame DHCing. I think he's been fully optimized.
Okay, good shit. Josh, has Iron Man been fully optimized, or is there still more potential?
No, I think he's been optimized. Like, it's like, how much more optimal can you get than just having the execution to hit something and finish, and then you win the whole game.
Yeah.
And like the ATs happen, and like you get funny tag things.
Well, so I mean, in my opinion, right? Maybe like in terms of killing, he's optimized, right? There's not many situations that I see you guys can't kill in, but maybe he can be optimized more in neutral, in terms of actually getting the hit, maybe strings, wear down, stuff like that.
I mean, like there are things, right? Like if you watch like Daryl play, you'll see that he does pretty much almost like literally everything you should be doing with like Doom Rocks and Cable, and like he has access to all the tools and he uses them, and like that looks like fully optimal. Same thing with Math. Like Math plays it and he has a really strong neutral because he's used to like his team having kind of like a bare bones horizontal presence, because his entire assist base is based off of being right in front of him,
right?
But like he has a stronger neutral because of that. For me, my Magneto's dead. That's usually why you see my Iron Man. But like like for me, I have to focus more on like what am I going to do with just drones kind of thing. So like like it's at that point, like we're all trying to be optimal with what we have, because I know if I'm getting a hit, I'm just going to DHC twice and kill the rest of your team.
Right.
So like that like it's I think in terms of like looking cool while doing shit, sure you can always look cooler than like doing strings that you don't really have to do or like going and like pressure things, but like I think just in general, I think we all have a very strong understanding of what we can and can't do. Like, and I don't think that there's much you can optimize with like pressure because like if you're blocking Doom rocks, you're gonna eat 2 fucking rows of that, and he's gonna open you the fuck up,
Gotta
right?
do so
And
much.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like he could do a uni beam if he feels like
Yep.
being a dickhead, he
Added
could just tip you
unibeam.
instead.
Shit. Added
Yeah, like
unibeam.
so there are things that you can do more, but like all the things that you learn with Iron Man, you can't just always apply. Like you can't just always do it at
Yeah.
like at any given time, right? So
Okay.
like I think optimal is just having it in your arsenal and using it when you can.
Okay.
So I think the character is optimized.
All right. World, is Iron Man fully optimized, or is there still room, more potential?
I feel like people haven't found like Iron Man's, the peanut butter to Iron Man's jelly. Like they haven't found that perfect match to him. I feel like there's a lot of matches that you can plug in and they'll fit, but like there's no Magneto Psylocke, Storm Sentinel. Like I feel like most people haven't found that. And for me, in my opinion, like I've said this before. I think you asked, like not too long ago, what is Iron Man's like best duo?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Doctor Doom. I
Mm-hmm.
know like the damage isn't there, and that's what a lot of people really look at. Like I think that's probably what really attracted Matt to War Machine, because like just the damage before you even catch someone in Infinite, you're hitting them with half, like they go down to half life, and then you start walking your Infinite. So it's same reason why people want to pick Juggernaut or Tron or just those really powerful, just because the damage is just so crazy. But Doom is literally the Psylocke to Iron Man, in my opinion. I feel like once people go that way, and it opens up so many more doors.
Right.
Because now, just like Josh was saying, like when his Magneto dies and he's left with Iron Man drones, you can only do so much with Iron Man drones on defense.
Yeah.
You can't really mass drones to like protect you overhead when Psylocke's coming in. If someone's stomping on your head again, like you're effed. You're not really in a good situation. So for me, I feel like. And I'm not saying like you have to play Doom, but I just feel like they're best friends. They go together. You can do so much. You can play very cheap, very lame, and just chip and run away. You can rush down. I can attack you, and when I make you block Doom rocks, I get 2, sometimes 3 mix-ups chances on you. When you dash in and you make me block drones, I have to block maybe 2 sequences. I'd much rather I get 3 chances to open you up than I'm gonna hit you with half life. Okay. Because odds are when I put you in the blender, when you're blocking rocks and you have to block 3 different times in a row, you're gonna get hit. Your nerves are gonna crack. You're gonna fold under pressure. Something's gonna happen, and I'm gonna get the hit. So I'd much rather have that. And I feel like people don't have that when you're playing Team.
And Friday, thank you so much for the subscription, man. Appreciate it.
You're out. You have one mix-up to go in with something else, another team, and then you're out.
Okay. All right.
Agreed.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
But so I think I got a little off topic. But yeah, as far as maximizing goes, I feel like I really maximized Iron Man, and that's why I kind of like moved on from Team Milan to like the Sentinel on point, Sentinel Iron Man Doom. Because not to brag, not to toot my own horn, but like there is some things you can do, just like you say, Josh said, it's as easy as catch someone in Infinite, walking them, and they're dead, right? Well, it's technically not that easy, because, what happens if I catch Sentinel from the start? I can't just walk into the corner and then do Proton Cannon and he's dead. He's still got 40% life. So what do I do when I catch him? Do I reset him from jump? Do I do a super maximizing combo where I'm hitting him with 13 fierce punches and hard kicks in a row, and then I go down to an infinite? Do I just, there's a lot of different things that you have to do and consider, because Sentinel's not going to die from jump. Do I walk him to the corner, and then when he's at 35 hits, do I snap him out? Because when he comes back in, that hit counter is still at 35 hits. Sentinel tends to spin out at like 40, 44. Like he's known to spin out very early. So that's a terrible game plan. And that's one thing that, just like you said, as far as maximizing go, people don't look into that. People don't think that. They'll play this game 15 years and then, walks out to the corner, snap him out, and he comes back in. And they're like, why did he spin out, bro? Like, why did that happen? Come on, man, do your homework.
Right.
So, like, people got to do their homework. They got to put in the work if you really want to just maximize everything. But I feel like, people look at it. Iron Man's not that hard. Like, it's really long and it's boring. It's tedious work, but he's not that hard to master. You just got to put in the time, just like Sentinel.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Math.
Hi.
Who is or are, if there's more than one, Iron Man's hardest matchups?
You guys already see it. I'm not
No, this is
afraid
a
of.
good question. I'd love to hear this. Actually, it's a good question.
Well, personally, for me, fucking always Sentinel and Storm. Magneto doesn't scare me because, if we're playing a team-based game, right, we're not going to say singularity.
Yeah.
Like,
And yeah, I'm speaking in terms of with assists.
yeah, I think Storm and Sent, that's it. Like, hands down.
Okay.
Not afraid of Cable. I'm not afraid of Magneto because, I have to chase Sentinel and I have to chase Storm. Anybody else, I'm catching.
Right. Okay. All right. Josh, who are Iron Man's hardest matchups?
Why does that not work for me, but it works for everyone else?
I'd say maybe Silver Samurai. He doesn't have fucking terrible matchup.
Those shurikens are hard to get around, bro.
They're so hard, man. And then we does that electricity shit.
Fucking and damage off a chip. What the fuck?
Nah, I think for Iron Man, I actually I feel like
I know it's Blackheart. I know it's going to say
no. You and I had this conversation before,
Yeah,
bro.
we have.
Yeah, we definitely totally Blackheart, right? And Blackheart was a fucking hard time Iron Man in 2002. But
Jesus Christ.
yeah, I think for me, hard matchup for Iron Man, I really don't see much. Like Sentinel is probably his hardest matchup, and Sentinel also is the easiest fat fuck to combo when you get a hit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and like whenever I watch Daryl play against a Santhrax and he has Iron Man Doom, and it makes me so happy that Cap just can't come out.
Oh yeah, baby, come to me. Come to me.
love
Bring that
watching
Cap. Call him.
What's even worse is when they're like, oh man, he has 5 meters. He has to, this proton ain't gonna kill on its own, so he has to call in Cable. Next character in is Sentinel, and he has 3 meters. I'm like, oh, this is so fucked up. Like, he feels dire. So like,
Yeah, baby.
like I think for Iron Man's hardest matchups, like I think Sentinel, sure, like that one may be uncomfortable, but he has a lot of ways to fight him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean that's really it. I have experience versus almost the entire cast with Iron Man, like Cammy, fucking, like literally like Omega Red, shit like that. I've played so many players, and I honestly just think that it's like Sentinel. That's it, maybe.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes. All right. World. Who are Iron Man's hardest matchups?
Third bot.
Oh, any trap character, Spiral and Strider, terrible matchups. Absolutely terrible. They destroy Iron Man.
Interesting.
They destroy Iron Man. Now, I feel like why you don't really see it too often, like, like if I play Locke, like I'm not throwing shade right now, but like if I play Locke, like he'll make me block and all that stuff. But, if you don't have meter, I don't have meter, and, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to catch Locke way more than he catches me. And like, I guarantee that, just because Strider players usually don't have that confidence in like that one-on-one matchup. But like someone like Duck, for example, Duck obviously will have that confidence. When I play Duck, Jesus, I can't tell you how annoying that is to play. And I know everyone's annoyed, playing Duck, but Spiral is so small. When she crouches, Iron Man can't do anything to hit her. I almost can't do anything to pin her down. I can't do smart bombs. They're too slow. They're too slow. She's really fast. And then nobody ever uses it, but like one of the guys from my local hometown, he used to play Spiral, and like he never played her like the chipping way that like Duck plays her. He would always use the speed up and then just like go in the air and then like hard punch and do like her little where she speed falls down and then do hard punch. And he would play with like, bro, he played so annoying, but it would work because she's crazy fast and she's just throwing these crazy long limbs out. But yeah, Spiral, it's Spiral and Strider, insanely hard matchups. But since nobody really plays those, and I'll give you a real answer. I guess I would say Storm. Storm, yes, because Sentinel is a hard matchup for Iron Man. But then once I feel like it takes a very long time to download like that Sentinel. It takes a long time to download Sentinel. It really does. and I feel like I only did it so quickly because like me starting off, I had the luxury of playing two really good Sentinels, Ken and Telly, and they used to literally just beat on my Iron Man all the time. Like I was almost never getting in. But then again, like when I started to learn how to move around, I learned how to move around some of the best Sentinels in the game.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, no, for sure. And
but then sorry, just cut you off. Then once I got past once I got past like the Sentinel challenge, and that was really easy to me. Then I came along another obstacle, and I remember, oh god, Crizzle's in the chat too. This motherfucker, bro, like he would run from me. And if Storm is dedicated to running away from Iron Man, he can't catch her. The same way if Storm's dedicated to running away from most of the cast, they cannot catch her. So like if you literally go on the game and you are dead set, like I'm not focused on hitting you, I'm not focused on building meter, I'm focused on literally we're playing a game of tag and I'm gonna run away from you and you can't touch me, you're not gonna touch her.
Right.
You're not gonna touch her.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to that, Storm, 100% Storm.
Right. Yeah, from my personal experience, I feel like looking and playing, I definitely feel like Storm is his hardest matchup also.
Because I mean, when you look at it, I think like, well, I don't know if we can all agree, but I think Storm's the best character in the game. She can literally do everything, and she could rush down, she could run away, she can zone, she can stand there and do whatever. She's really quick. She can do it all.
Yeah, and the float mix-ups, the new floating, or not, it's not new, but that floating potential mix-up, where she can float over you while she does a hard knockdown.
Oh yeah,
That's always kind of trippy as fuck, especially online. Oh my god.
Yeah, because for the longest time, I mean, like, what do you do against that? Like, I can't tell you how many times I've had people message me like, "Yo, World, I'm playing against this guy and he's just running away from me. Like, how do I catch him? Like, what do you do? What is your approach against that?" And I'm just like, I mean, I can't really tell you, do unibeams and then this is how you get in. Like, no, there's no simple answer to it.
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you super jump, smart bomb, and then dash it and do whatever you want to do. It's not that simple.
I will say this though. You reminded me, like, I don't have experience versus Spiral, so like that's unique to you two guys because you guys have had the chance to play Duck, right? Like I played other Spiral, but like I've never played one at that level, so I can't really speak on Spiral. I played Strider, I think, more than anyone else on this planet, and I that is a hard matchup. Yes, that is a hard matchup for sure. If he has like things going, he has like 5 meters. He's tiny. He's surrounded by orbs.
Yeah.
Like if he has nothing, yeah, like you said, I'm gonna kill him. But like when it comes to Storm, it's funny because that's one of the characters I don't feel too bad with because even like the reason I say that is because she does move around a lot, but the thing that Storm does is that she causes proximity for other characters when she's doing things. And the way I tackle Storm is that I cause proximity for her. And whenever I do that, I realize that Storms get a lot more errors.
That is a thing.
For some of us who don't know, when you say like proximity, break that down.
Okay, so please. when you push a button, even if like they're not touching you, and like say you happen to hold back, you're gonna get caught in a blocking animation. So a lot of times, like, I don't know if you ever playing Cable and somebody's above your head whiffing buttons. Sometimes you'll try to dash and you'll get a standing fierce, or when you get crossed up, something like that. That's because of proximity guard. When people are hitting buttons and not making contact, you can't walk back because you get stuck. And the thing is, Josh is right about that because she has a long guard stun, not as long as Cable's, but when he's whiffing attacks in the air, it's really hard for her to make like defensive movements and backtracking. She can move forward because there's no proximity if you're holding forward, but anytime she's trying to like go backwards, it can interrupt her a little bit, and then she gets stuck on the ground a lot, and then she can get hit with some dumb stuff. So you gotta really be mindful when people are whiffing buttons with her. So that is a thing. Rouse, thank you so much for the raid. Uchi, same to you, brother. Thank you so much.
Like that's essentially how I tackle Storm, and I'm just saying that I guess that's why I don't see it that way. But like, sure, if she tries to run away, I generally just work on like getting her into blocks them to fall again, and then I get her into more proximity. But like, if the Storm plays perfect, like you also play like fucking Chaos often and shit like that, right? Like, so like if the Storm is playing perfect and she's like trying to run away, it's like it is an annoying match, but generally If it's like starting at 99 seconds and I got
What's
99
up,
seconds
Ryder?
to catch the bitch, like I'm not really worried about that. If it's like 30 seconds and she's doing that perfectly, then I'm like, shit, I gotta force the hit somehow.
Same.
So like, yeah. So I do get that, you know. But yeah, like I think her hitting me as opposed to like Sentinel hitting me, like I'm not as worried. If she doesn't have like Sentinel behind her, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so like yeah, from my end, like the thing is like, okay, I feel she has a tremendous advantage. Like
Fucking chat, bro.
when I know, I feel she has a tremendous advantage when it's like they're on equal terms in terms of like no one has a life lead, or if she has the life lead. But say I had Storm second, and you know what, my first character got wasted, and the Iron Man is being mindful of hailstorms, and you know when you guys throw those smart bombs in those annoying positions where it's always going to trade with a hail, and she has to go fight. That's when the matchup feels staticky. When I have to go and I have to go hit him. Like I have to go set him up in a blocking situation and mix him up like that. You know, she can do it. Don't get me. I'm not saying like, oh, she's at a huge disadvantage, but that's when it gets a little edgy, especially when you guys are stopping the hailstorms with those annoying smart bombs.
It's very situational based too, and it always depends on the player, like who you're playing. If it's an aggressive Storm, then I'm not scared of Storm, right? But if they're running away like the way Telly or Bill or Potter or just any lame freaking like Storm player, then that's like, yeah. But like Josh said, if you have 99 seconds and she's doing in the air, best believe I'm super jumping high punch and trying to convert off of that into infinite. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, just depends on the situation.
Good stuff though. I'm surprised that no one brought up like trap teams earlier, because I figure, not saying I know, but I from the outside I would figure trap characters would give Iron Man some trouble. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro, they do. They do. I think I've played Locke a handful of times, and I told him, if you had the confidence, bro, you can do so much more. Like realistically, I felt like you're good. You should be beating them. Like just plain and simple. Like you should be beating them. But like I feel like you're giving me too much respect. You're talking yourself out of these matches a lot of the times. Like you're just, and I feel like a lot of players do that. But Strider's a really good character. He should most definitely always beat Iron Man. Like it's not a hard matchup. Strider doesn't have to do much to beat Iron Man, in my opinion. It's just all Strider players lack the confidence because Strider doesn't have the health. You get touched in, like I don't even really have to put you in the infinite. Like I do an air combo to you and I'll take 75% of your life. An air combo. Like not even a good one.
Or War Machine.
Yeah, like literally not even a good one. Like that was like a shitty one that I just kind of made up halfway because like I was thinking of something else. Like he just, he got a glass jaw.
That is Daryl. So I actually had a second part to that question. Yeah. So I asked who was Iron Man's hardest matchups, right? The second part was actually, and is there an assist that you can pair with Iron Man that can like even that matchup out?
Can't hear anything. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Wait, what? Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay.
What was the question?
So so the first
because I plugged it in.
Okay, so the first part was what are Iron Man's hardest matchups? And now the second part to that question is there an assist that you can pair Iron Man with that makes those matchups easier? So I'll start with math.
You hear that?
I would say if we're talking about like versus their worst, right? Like
off.
So like you said Storm and Sentinel, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so what like is there an assist that you can give Iron Man that will make those matchups much easier?
I mean, yeah, I would say Cap, let them take as much damage as they can, and then they're gonna be forced to fight you,
Okay.
And Blackheart, yeah, definitely Blackheart because it tracks.
Okay. All right, Josh.
So like annoying matchup and something I think would make it easier.
Yeah.
Annoying matchup is fucking Strider Doom. And I think the only thing that makes it easier is, I don't know, maybe No, I'm not gonna say Cyclops. I think Commando, actually, believe it or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
push block, and
Yeah.
then he comes out. Somebody
Yeah.
takes the hit.
Okay. All right. And World, is there an assist that you think can make those matchups easier?
Mic problems.
Or World's having mic problems?
Yeah, we'll skip him. We can skip. Just kidding.
Because I don't want to
This
say
should work right
Cyclops
here.
because
So Samsung
Cy-
cheap ones.
Cyclops is what
Plug
everyone
directly
says
in.
for fucking Strider Doom, and it never works.
World, are you with us? Uh-oh.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
You guys got me. All right, nice.
Okay.
Sorry, what was the question? I lost all like sound and all that.
All good. So with those hard matchups that Iron Man has, is there an assist that can make those matchups easier that Iron Man can use with it?
Oh, so again, like I always feel like Doom is Iron Man's best friend when it comes to most stuff. But I'm not gonna lie, there's times when I play certain people and it makes me really wish I played Cap.
Okay.
Just because like I said, I'll play. Sometimes I know I said earlier I've never played a Cable where like I couldn't catch, but there's like that motherfucker's hard to catch sometimes. Like it's not always easy.
Yeah.
Sometimes he literally takes me down to 5% life before I get that touch.
Mhm.
So I'm literally grinding my teeth before I get the touch, and then I still got to keep my cool and have ice in my veins to walk the rest of your team. So it's hard, and Doom definitely makes that easier. But sometimes in certain matchups, I definitely do want to change assists, and I want to I guess make it easier in a sense, but I've always told myself like you need to learn your bad matchups. And I feel like that's another big problem that a lot of people have. As soon as they have a bad matchup, oh, like I'm really bad against Cable, I'm gonna pick Cable. Like, no, bro, you have to learn that matchup eventually.
Mhm.
At some point in time, you need to learn that bad matchup. You hate playing Blackheart. I'm sorry, you need to learn how to play against Blackheart, Cable, Cyclops. Like, nobody likes that matchup. Nobody wants to play against that team. But
Yeah.
you got to learn it, like you have to learn how to play against Strider Doom. And when you're used to pushing all of the buttons and now you're playing a trap team and you have to block. You
Yeah.
don't get to push anything. So like the game changes, the tempo and everything completely changes.
Mhm.
So ultimately, like I want to stay with Doom, but like I guess if I was a scumbag, at heart, like a lot of people, I would totally like change assists and pick an assist for like, easier matchups.
Right. Okay. All right. So next question. Math.
Hi.
How good? How good are Iron Man's assists? And do you think which one do you think is the best?
I've seen Repulsor Blaster do hella damage for no reason.
rate them on a scale 1 to 5. All
Was
of
it
his
standing?
assists.
Oh my god, the standing roundhouse? Oh my god, why did they give him that?
So 5, right? 5 for that one.
Yeah, that's a hard 5.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Repulsor Blaster, you know what? I like Repulsor Blaster. I'm gonna give that a 1,
Okay.
obviously, and then Unibeam, close 2, just because of the block stun
Mhm.
and then the chip potential, right? If you use it right with Cable or something,
Mhm.
forcing chip damage is like a quick kind of like quick 1% or whatever you call it.
Right.
But yeah,
What
definitely
chip
Repulsor
damage?
Blaster.
I think it is like 6 or 7.
Yeah, and Repulsor Blaster, just because like when somebody's doing Hyper Sentinel Force and you call Iron Man out, it's gonna go through and like bop him and then bring him into the air, and potentially you can, convert off of that. And it goes the same way with War Machine. You see me do it all the time. I'm blocking and then they do Hyper Sentinel Force or something. I
Mhm.
call War Machine, they get clipped with that Repulsor Blaster.
Did you give Repulsor Blast a 5? I'm sorry, I didn't really hear it.
I gave it a 1, being number 1.
Yeah, okay, good shit. Good shit.
5 being last place. How about that?
Okay.
All right, Josh.
So repeat the grading for this again.
I know they went in reverse. So 5 is gonna be the
I'm so
worst,
sorry.
and 1 is gonna be the best.
I was not listening in class.
So out of 5 moves,
Huh?
Like if you just had to rate it out of 5,
Yeah, like-
Iron Man's assist, if you had to rate it, so I don't know what the fuck with math was doing, but like, give it stars, bro. We're going on a star system. Think if you're in kindergarten. How many stars would you give each one of his assists? what is it? Beta fucking something. I don't know what they're all called.
I'd say his Unibeam would get a fucking, like you said, 1 being the best.
Yeah, that's how math did it. So we'll stick with that.
I guess that's stupid. 1 being
Nah,
the worst.
nah,
Do it the right way.
All right, we can do it the right way. What's up, Rob?
I'll give his repulsor easily the 5. It's his best one, right?
Okay.
Really? Okay, good shit.
Yeah, it's good. It's
sleeping on the launcher.
His Unibeam is like, I'll give that like a 3 because it's still practical. It's good, but like you have an assist that's much better, and like launcher is just like him and Sentinel both have a launcher.
You just want to pick it.
Yeah, but like, who are you gonna hit with that?
Look, bro, like you're asking way too many questions. Just pick the fucking assist.
If launcher had like a hard knockdown like Sideblade, then I'd give it a fucking 3. But
he said a hard knockdown. That's OD.
Bro, this isn't Zangief's hard kick, bro. Like, no, you don't get a knockdown like that.
That's OD. Oh my gosh. All right. So next question, math.
What's happening?
Would you want to see more people playing Iron Man?
Hold the fuck up. So y'all just gonna skip over me like that?
Shit. Yo, world. I apologize, brother. I apologize.
Yeah, you ain't shit.
Hold on. My fault. Let's go. Hold on. We gonna go back. We gonna go back. Yeah.
Okay.
My fault. All right. World. How good are Iron Man's assists?
I don't know. You tell me how good are Iron Man assists. Oh shit, bro. They're not bad. They're not great. I know Math and Josh gave. We're gonna start with his best assist for Pulsar Blast. I know they gave it a 5. I don't think it deserves a 5 just because it's too slow.
Okay.
But I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a hot ass 4. You can definitely have that 100%. I'm not giving 5s out like that. I'm like fucking Simon Cowell. You ain't getting all that shit from me.
Heard. Well, Roundhouse utilizes it very well. I'll say that in terms of covering holes and assist punishing.
So this is where I kind of go back to giving it a 5 because like not everybody converts off of it all the time. Most of the time people drop that shit. They'll hit you with a random repulsor blast and they'll just, do the easy stuff and just do drones. And sometimes drones won't hit. They'll try to convert it into a laser rocket punch super and they miss it. Mm-hmm. They try to dash up and do storm launcher assist and they miss because it gets a random awkward bounce. So it's not always 100% when you get an Iron Man assist, like, when you get a Sideblade assist, you're like, all right, let me get this dash and launcher real quick. It's not always the same thing when you get Repulsor Blast.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Unibeam, I'll give it a 2 just because I think it's his light Unibeam, right? It's not the hard punch?
Nah, it's light.
Yeah, that doesn't leave enough block stun, so I'll give that a 2. I've seen it used pretty efficiently with like a Spiral, I think, on a trap team, but yeah, I'll give that a 2. And then Launcher, I mean, I don't think I even really need to say it, honestly.
Yeah. That Launcher. All right. Okay. So back to math. Would you want to see more Iron Man players?
I already see it, and we said this, and you said this, like at Test Your Might, right when I got done playing, you said, "Hey man, world, get ready. You're gonna see some more Iron Man come out the woodworks." And so, I mean, there's already enough out there, I think. But yeah, would I like to see more? No, because I don't want to either.
Facts.
He said
fucking
no.
Facts. Well said. Well said.
All right. I respect that. Josh 360. Would you want to see more Iron Man players?
Bring them. I'm gonna fuck them all up. I want to see more Iron Man players so I can just beat them all. Because it's gonna take them a long time to get to where we're at. So like, I'll fuck them up for a while. I mean, I don't want to get touched because that shit sucks. I know what I've been stabbing people with. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's like I don't mind.
Okay. All right, good stuff. And World, do you want to see more Iron Man players?
I do, but I don't.
Okay.
I do. I do, but I don't, because I'm gonna go back to kind of like what you said, something you said earlier, where you were saying, like you want to see real like good Marvel. You don't want to watch like crap Marvel. I don't want to watch like no B tier. And no disrespect to anybody, because obviously you got to start somewhere, But like I'm just trying to watch, I'm trying to watch the NFL. I'm not trying to watch high school football games on a Saturday night. I'm not trying to watch the D1 college stuff, even though like the dude's coming up and he's really good. I don't want to watch that because I don't know, like I put too much time into this game, and I hate seeing sloppy execution.
Okay.
I hate seeing drops.
That's fair.
So that's where I kind of go to like no, I don't want to see more Iron Man players, because I see how lazy people are. They always want to take the shortcuts, and Iron Man is not that character that you can play and you can take shortcuts. You have to got to put in the hours, unfortunately. And people don't want to do it. So like when I watch people and I see like this, just the stupid mistakes they make, like it drives me crazy. And I'm just like, just don't play him. Like the way that you're trying to play this character, like I don't think he's for you. But then again, who knows? Like maybe I'm just seeing it and I'm just kind of just disgusted, because obviously, I was in their shoes and I made those same stupid mistakes too. But I just don't see people trying to correct those mistakes. They're just playing it and they're like, oh, I'm just going to do falling up roundhouse and I'm going to catch, Iron Man Infinite all the time. It's that simple. And it's really not.
Cool. All right. Now, this is going to be my final question. And then, we'll take a few Q&As from the chat if anyone has a question for you guys. But Math, are you confident fighting against Iron Man if you don't have Iron Man?
Yeah, for sure. I actually was doing that today. Like, anytime I play versus another Iron Man player, I know, just like how me and Josh talk when we were at New York together, when I was there, I'm not afraid of Iron Man because I know all of his tricks. And you know what I mean? Like once you mastered, or not mastered, but when you've gotten to that point where like the character's ins and outs, you know how to exploit his weaknesses. And especially when I play with, like, let's say Sentinel or Cable, you just, a lot of people like to go against, like, you're not supposed to fight him. You know what I mean? You gotta do the long range shit against that guy.
Yeah.
So just don't fight Iron Man and you win. Let the assist do the work or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Josh 360. Are you confident fighting Iron Man if you don't have Iron Man?
Oh yeah, with like low tiers and everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, low tiers and everything.
Oh God! But why? Tell me why. This is what I want to know, because I want to know if you're gonna have the same answer as me. Why? Why do you have so much confidence against other Iron Man players?
Because I honestly, like, I think for the most part, like I haven't really, I don't know. I just don't think that many of them can get like just conversions off of anything. So like it's like some need like assist hits and shit like that, and if all I have to do is avoid an assist and you can't fucking kill me, then sure.
Yeah,
that's gonna be easy. If you can't hit me in the air and kill me, then sure. Like I'm gonna trap the shit out of you. Plus, I understand that the character has far more block stun than people, like, people fail to realize just how much block stun Iron Man is put into.
Yeah.
Like I think it's actually worse than Cable.
What is it, like 13 frames or something like that?
Cable is 23 frames, I think.
Oh God, so it's even more than that.
And he's like 25.
Jeez.
Yeah, Iron Man's, he's stuck. He gets stuck.
Yeah.
I remember it a lot, but damn, you like doubled what I thought. And see, this just confirms what I was talking about earlier. Like Josh is a fucking encyclopedia. Like he knows this shit. Like he knows the numbers. And like, I'll do the combo and tell you, and he'll just tell you like, no. This combo that you're talking about is gonna do 134. not what you're talking about. It's gonna do 134. Like I remember doing this combo like back in July of fucking 2007. Dickhead.
Yeah, going on more about that. Oh wait, we didn't get to Daryl yet, huh? Go ahead, World. I forgot.
Yeah. So, World, are you confident fighting against Iron Man if you don't have Iron Man?
So yes, absolutely. I thought Math or Josh would have said this, but so like for the reason that I feel confident in that matchup, and I don't know if like you feel confident, like, you know, when you play another like Matrix team or another like Cyclops player, but I feel like I know literally everything there is to know about this character. And well, like whose videos are you really watching right now of Iron Man if it's not mine? So most of the time when I play people, and again, like not to toot my own horn, but it's just like most of the time when I play people, they're trying to hit me with my own shit. And it might work once or twice, you know, and I'm just like really not paying attention. But like, bro, you're literally trying to hit me with my own shit. It's not going to work. So like, you know, I can play with my eyes closed and I see how you're trying to set me up from far away, and I'm just like, wow, this guy's really okay. All right. So for that reason, I feel like I'll always win that matchup. Like it's super easy. And there's two guys that come to mind that are like upcoming, you know, like really good Iron Man players. I think they're both Mexico players. What is it? Spectrum Stark, Alberto Cruz. I think that might be his real name. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Alberto. Spectrum Stark. I know he played on Xbox Live. I don't know if he plays on PSN. He's up and coming. I remember playing him, and he's gotten a lot better, more consistent. And then obviously like Cachorro, I'm sure you've all like randomly played Cachorro, and he's played like the Dulcim Iron Man Sentinel team against you. He's got some pretty good conversions, stuff like that. I think those are like the only two up and coming Iron Man that I can say like maybe would make me kind of like think twice a little bit if I was playing them. But even still, knowing that those guys are like good and they can do air to ground, and like I've seen them one touch kill, they don't scare me at all. I'll still play them, you know, with Juggernaut or some stupid shit like that, and be like, oh fuck it, let's play, you know.
Gotcha.
Wait, Spectrum Stark plays with Rocket Punch, right?
No, he plays Iron Man Magneto Doom or Iron Man Storm Doom. He does like little wonky traps and shit like that.
Yeah, Iron Man Storm Doom was another team I tried picking. Now that you remind me, I should have that now. But yeah,
shitty DHCs and alpha counters for that team is not good. You just have 2 good assists, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if there's anybody in the chat, you know, that has any questions, no trolls, even though that's the first thing y'all gonna do right now is troll. But if there's anybody in there that, you know, generally have a question for these guys or anything about Iron Man, you know, you know, up and up or anything like that, please go right ahead. Take this time. This is your time to ask. What's up, Ryder? What is your question?
Beats of D. He's good. Beats of D is good.
He said, "Yeah, what do you guys think of?" Yeah, he said, "What do you guys think of Beats of Devil?"
I think of Beats of D the same way I think of Magneto. They're a combo exhibitionist. Okay. And not to take anything away from you, but like you're a combo exhibitionist. Like that's where you shined. You could do some shit. But like as far as like, you know, in tournament, you weren't like a tournament player. You weren't really like a money matcher. You weren't trying to like, you know, that wasn't your thing. Like you loved the game in a different aspect. So and he was awesome. Knew a lot of stuff, can do a lot of stuff. Definitely, I used to ask him some stuff, and I definitely stole some tech from him for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he was great. He was really good. I just remember him really liking the Japanese Iron Man style more than anything else.
Right.
But that was it. Like it was very good.
What is the Japanese Iron Man style?
I don't know, but he brought that up because I remember when we were playing. No, it was like on the forums, or I remember one of the times I saw him say that because people were talking about my Iron Man, and they're like, yeah, but it's not as good as like the style of the Japanese. And I was like, I didn't even understand what that meant. But it was like more so that like if they get like a launcher, no matter how they hit you, they all fucking mastered just doing launcher into like forward fierce punch, air dash all the way down, short, up fierce, and they still get it.
Oh, that's a deep dash, bro. Like that's hard to do.
Yeah, they all get it too. So I get what they mean. I get what he means by that. But he's actually like incredible with execution. His Dalsim is fucking incredible too. But he played a lot. There was a point where he played online. I think his name was like the name of his team was like Team Gentleman or something like that, where he played Magneto, Iron Man, Doom.
He'll still randomly like jump on every like, you know, every now and again. So like I mean, not consistently, but I'd say maybe like once or twice a year he'll poke his head in there and like still play.
Yeah, he was like really
Sup,
really
Brute?
technical. And like he had really good execution. So
Mhm.
that's what I remember. Yeah.
Mhm. All right. So Nick Guy asks, what's a team you guys would play if Iron Man wasn't available? I'll let Math start.
Oh man, I for sure like MSS a lot.
Okay. Okay.
If I
Okay.
were to play a team other than without Iron Man in it, MSS looks really fun.
Okay. Josh? I mean, Josh plays like every fucking team in the game, but
I'd MSS.
MSS.
Yeah, like they used to know for
MSS.
secondary for a long time. Actually, like maybe recently, I finally broke that record. But I had way more perfects with MSS than I did with combo feed. I had a lot of
damage,
perfects.
man. Yeah, it does a lot of damage.
MSS. All right, World.
That's easy, Thrax.
Synthrax.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like I know there's like debates on what the best team is, and I know a lot of people don't really like agree with it. Even like the president himself, like Sanford Kelly doesn't think it's the best team. I feel like when I seen that team, I see something in that team that a lot of people don't. I see how cheap the team could be if you play it the right way, and I feel like people are mostly playing it the right way, but there's just like a couple of little changes that need to be made, and people still haven't made them. To take the team back to like that upper level, because it's still there, but like it's just like MSP players are just coming out with a little bit more tech to kind of like get around shit. MSS players have like a couple more things to add to their repertoire, and Thrax is just still kind of just like stagnant, hasn't learned anything, because you don't really need to learn anything. It's just
people lazy.
I'm gonna hit you with this bread and butter, and that's it. Like, you're gonna mess up, I'm gonna hit you with this hot 50% fast fly.
Yeah, I definitely think Thrax is the best team in the game.
But yeah, I think obviously, I mean, for those of you who don't know, obviously I came into the game really late. So like when I came in, it was kind of in like the Neo era, I guess, when he was like up and coming. That's when I started playing the game, because me and Neo we're both in Bakersfield. So like I used to go to the arcade and watch him play and put on these hot ass win streaks. And like I didn't look up to him per se, but like I always used to kind of be in the background, like, I can beat this guy, like, let me play the game. Let me get as much game time as you have, and I can beat you. Like, I know I can. But, he just always had way more game time and then way more experience. Then he was on the main stage, and I feel like he was just kind of like, I guess, low key, like living my dream, like, because I was telling myself, bro, like, I don't want to play Santhrax right now, but like, I look at that team and I can watch that team. Like, I can watch people play Santhrax all day. I think it's just a beautiful team. It's poetry in motion if it's played right.
Yeah. Okay. I 100% agree with everything you just said. Like 100%. All right. So before, I don't see any more questions. So before I cut it, Math, I'm gonna start with you. Just give me your final thought concerning Iron Man.
Oh, hold on. We actually had VDO ask the question. He said, what made us all want to play Iron Man in the first place?
That was the video. You're a little late, my brother, but don't worry, this is gonna go on YouTube. That was the first question I asked.
Oh, okay.
That was the first question I asked.
That's true. It is.
But we gonna get you. We gonna put it on YouTube for you. We got you. But go ahead, Math.
So what was the question?
Just give me your closing thoughts regarding Iron Man.
I mean, closing thoughts, man. Iron Man is better than Cable, and other than that, there's nothing really else I can't close with. Just Iron Man's better than Cable.
I heard. All right, Josh, closing thoughts, Iron Man.
I think most people don't know how good he is because they still don't understand the character or have the ability to play him at a really high level. If you do get to and you put the time in, I think the idea changes. But I just think he's highly misunderstood. Even when people know that, like, if they run, they don't die. If they get hit, they die. Right? Like they understand that aspect. But I just don't think people, like, if we come off for like we're overly confident, It's just because we know the deal.
Yeah.
Hey, that's fair. I get it.
We earned the confidence. That's what it is. Like, we literally got in the ring and we took those hits on the chin. We literally played against Anthrax and ate every single one of those fast fly combos when we were trying to learn air to ground, when we were trying to just learn.
Mhm.
We ate all of those double snaps. We ate all of the, like, so we took our licks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're so confident. And it's just like, man, fuck you. I'm gonna get this hit, bro. Like, you're gonna die.
Yeah. Okay. And World, closing thoughts.
As far as Iron Man goes, I'm the best.
I respect that. I like that. Humble.
He's like humble.
I haven't really played too often, probably like in the last 6 months. I don't really see myself picking the game up too much. Yeah, man, I feel like I can literally stop playing this game for 2 years, pick it back up in 2 years, and no one's going to come close to my Iron Man still. That's just how far behind I see that everybody is. But please accept the challenge. Like, pick Iron Man up, learn some shit, watch any of our videos. But if you really want to learn the character, not to be cocky, just watch me play. I feel like I really play the character as optimal as you can play him. And if you want to play like a good team, a starting team, and it's a cheap team, it's a great starter team. I mean, Iron Man dies, you have Cable, Doom, up, back, and just, you win. But if you really, Iron Man's better than Cable. He's definitely up there. If I had to give you put the characters in order, I'd say Storm first, Iron Man right after that. You can fucking put Sentinel, Magneto, Cable dead last. If you even want to put him in God tier, I don't think he belongs up there because all he has is Air Hyper Viper beamed.
That's godlike. I like that. My man put Iron Man second. Oh, Tony. I respect that though. I respect you guys, acknowledging how good the character is and shedding light on, if anybody doesn't think the character's that good. I respect you guys for publicly saying he's better than Cable. I respect that so much. I still don't know. I'm not going to be the judge of that, but I respect the fact that you guys can say that with such confidence. You know what I mean? That goes to, and conviction. That goes to show that you guys put a lot of thought into it and a lot of time into the character, and you understand it very well. So
yeah,
that's good shit. I'm just gonna close out here, guys. I just want to say, thank you so much to Math, Josh 360, and World for coming on and doing this. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys giving me the time. You know what I mean? I'm glad you guys answered my questions and you guys were pretty helpful with everything. And just thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to playing you guys some more and hopefully making it hard for you guys to not let me play.
Yeah.
That is always the goal, to make it hard as fuck.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, Video did have a question. Hold on. My man, let me before we go, he said, would y'all play or love Anthony so much if he didn't have that infinite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No, I'm not gonna lie. No. That's why I picked him, bro. Like, he's cheap. That's what I seen. That was the first thing I seen that literally made me go fucking googly-eyed. I seen the hoop, 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 ha, hoop, 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 ha. It was dumb fucking easy. Yeah, I want that. I need that. That's music to my ears. Yes, absolutely.
Really high damage without the infinite. He has very high damage.
He has very high damage, like if you're one of us and you know how to input that high damage. But to the average user, fuck no. You just have light punch, medium kick, hard punch, which is scaled after, two reps of it. So
that's actually interesting. We might have to do a little fun little concept match where you guys, and who better to do it to than Video. You guys play Video without using the infinite. Just do combos. That would be actually fun.
So I've kind of done something like that, and not to try to put Video on blast, but usually whenever I play him, it's I'm not trying to say it's easier, but hold on.
Wait, hold on. I know, hold on. Video, why you? Because you're the one who asked about Anthony without using the infinite. Go ahead,
And
man.
because that bitch Rogue is always wearing the same motherfucking colors as Anthony. So, like, sit your ass down. You got the same jacket on as me. You better knock it off. Knock that shit off. But yeah, no, I've literally played one. I mean, like, not even just one. I've played a lot of people, and it, you kind of. I'm sure everyone does this. You make this little challenge for yourself. You try to make the game a little bit harder. You make it a little bit more challenging. Like, like, oh, I'm not gonna do any supers. I'm gonna try to like snap out the first character 5 fucking times before I like really go play the game. I don't know. Like, you just make these little challenges. I've told myself, like, I'm gonna play VDO. And I'm not going to do, more than 2 reps of the infinite, because sometimes you might catch a rep of the infinite and you have to adjust the height a little bit. So I can't reset you just right away. Otherwise, it's going to be super obvious. So, I literally made that challenge for myself, like no more than 2 reps of the infinite, and you got to come in with a reset. And it definitely makes it fun because, for one, obviously your opponent knows you're going to reset him. But, well, now that's the challenge, like you got to reset, but how good can you do it? Because realistically, like if you're a good Iron Man, you should be able to open up four. You should have 4 different options. Bottom left, bottom right, upper left, upper right. Like I can hit you on any 4 corners. Like that's realistically the position you should be able to put any character in at all times, in my opinion, if you're going to do a reset. Because if you do a reset and you have a 30% chance of landing it, you shouldn't be doing that fucking reset. Just plain and simple. So like that's where the challenge comes in, if you really just kind of take it to that level, which I've done in my opinion. Yeah, it's a lot harder. It's definitely a lot harder.
Okay, well, there we have it. Yeah, we'll set that up. We'll set that up. World, are you still online? You still have Xbox?
I have Xbox. Yeah, I don't have PSN, and I'm trying to set up. Well, I'm trying to set up like, what is it, like Bear, Null DC Bear? How is that?
It's
how is that?
It's good local. If you're playing like local. So here's the thing. It's a preference. It depends on if you like playing with and like feel like you're playing on a really laggy TV. Versus, you can deal with the teleporting but doing your moves in real time. It's smooth, there's no teleporting and everything like that, but it just feels like you're playing on a laggy TV. So you kind of got to do your combos and everything by muscle memory. You can't like try to confirm it unless you're playing someone local. Like when I play people in New York, like I have a really good ping with them, so it's actually a good experience. But when you're playing people like, I guess out of state or whatever, you're gonna have to play on a higher input delay, like 2 frames, 3 frames, maybe sometimes. And to me, I don't like not being able to do my moves in real time, but you don't see the teleporting and the glitching of the screen. So it's a preference. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Video has Xbox also, so we'll get that sometime this week. We can get him against you guys, just for fun.
Sure. If you guys want to see an old man die on stream, we can set that up.
Oh my god.
He needs some milk.
He says some milk.
Daryl, you too humble, bro.
I feel like there's not enough humble people in this scene.
Yeah.
Far too humble.
All right, guys. Guys, once again, thank you so much for doing this. Much appreciated.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the invite. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm gonna send you guys over to Turtle Power. Just drop some Matrix faces over there. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And peace.
All right, guys. Good stream.
Later. Yeah, later. Good one.
I love you guys.
Do you though?
I do. Oh gosh. Well, man, can't wait to see y'all again very soon.
That'll be nice. You're coming to New York soon, no?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna be going in March, I believe.